Laura Linney is an Oscar-nominated, Tony-nominated, and Emmy Award-winning actress. In fact, she was just nominated for a 4th Tony this week for her role in The Little Foxes alongside Cynthia Nixon.
From the stage to the screen, Laura is now starring opposite Richard Gere in The Dinner, a psychological thriller about two couples who meet for, what else? An awkward dinner.
You could say that, Laura Linney. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Hi. So how would you describe The Dinner to someone? A psychological thriller?
Yes.
I actually, when I watched it, sometimes I'll read background info, but this time I was like, nope, I just want to watch it cold. I was like, what's happening?
Yes.
Where is this going?
Yes.
What is going to happen? It's, well, in a nutshell, my character is married to Steve Coogan, who is brothers with Richard Gere, who is married to Rebecca Hall. So the two brothers and their wives meet for dinner because there has been a traumatic crisis involving their children.
Your kids have done something horrible.
And they need to figure out how to handle it. And there are varying degrees of desires and sort of fierce opinions about what should be done.
So when I was reading this, I have to say I'm a mom, and reading this when I was watching it, but it was based on a book.
It's based on a novel, yes,
and
that
when
was very popular.
I was watching it, I kept thinking, which camp would I be in? Which you can't even believe because it was horrific. How did you feel about that?
Well, I would love to say that I would know how I would behave.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I would behave, and I think this goes to a lot of behavior that we like to think of ourselves as being a certain type of person. But then in the heat of the moment, you just don't
never know until you're in that experience.
You just don't know. I've been pickpocketed a few times in New York and abroad, actually. And I scare myself with my own reaction about how defensive and how potentially violent I can become. You know, someone grabbed me at one point, and I yelled and screamed and almost,
awesome.
punched this person, and but it scared me so much because I didn't realize that that was in me, or that I would instinctively, you know, in a sort of primal way, respond that way.
Fly.
That's right. So I think in certain situations, you really, I would love to say that I would know how I would behave, but I think in some ways that's a little dangerous, and there can be a little hubris in thinking that you're a little more, that your character's better than you think it is.
Before you leave us this morning, can you talk to us about your Broadway show? I just told her I had a chance to go see The Little Foxes, and you and Cynthia Nixon are amazing.
Thank you.
To the point congratulations.
I mean, there was one part where there was like a 30-second bit, and you're laughing and you're crying and we're hanging on your every word. And I mean, it was like so many emotions packed in like 45 seconds of dialogue.
It's a wonderful play that hasn't been done for a long time. We're with a remarkable company. And Cynthia Nixon and I switch between Birdie and Regina. We switch off every few days.
That is remarkable.
Wait,
so
how
you
did you decide to do that?
Characters?
It was actually an idea that came to me. I had been cast as Regina, and I had remembered that Cynthia had always wanted to play Regina, and I had always wanted to play Birdie. So I thought, well, why don't we switch off? Men do it all the time, but it's the first time women have ever done it.
She never has to do another crossword puzzle in her life. Your muscle memory
I
is
also like that you're proving that we can do everything. Right?
Laura Linney, thank you so much.
Thank you, my pleasure.
The Dinner opens in theaters nationwide tomorrow.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.